Hi, we are back with another episode of Real Talk with Tiff, and we have Katie Newbill, Realtor from Keller Williams Partners. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Great.
Good.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming along on our little adventure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so how's the real estate market here in Colorado Springs?
It's still pretty good. It's still considered a seller's market because, we don't have the inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But, we've got, I think around in El Paso County, like active, I think we have probably right around 1,700 homes right now, which is not enough. So that's just like single family.
Okay.
Specific to Colorado Springs. So
okay,
townhouses, condos, that's not included in it.
So you say that's not enough, in comparison to how much?
Well, a balanced market is right around 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
and we're at a little bit less than 2.
Yeah.
So that's, not quite enough.
We need 3 times that.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. So, but it's still a great time for buyers too.
Uh-huh. And in what aspect is it a good time for buyers?
Well, when rates 2 years or so ago were like at that historical low, everybody was buying homes because it's like, oh, you have to take advantage of it. And what that was doing is it was making a lot of escalation clauses and appraisal gaps come into play.
Yeah,
and
I had never seen that stuff before.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And so anyways, a lot of times people would be very well qualified, but, if they didn't have, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, extra dollars sitting in their pocket, it was difficult for them to win in a bidding war. And so we are still seeing multiple offers, but not to the extent that we were. And so it's really a good time for people to still get in. Prices have kind of stabilized a little bit. We do have, let me tell you, let me look this up real quick. Because I want to tell you, so the median sales price for El Paso County in July was, so the median list price was $478, and the average sales price was $550, and they were still getting about 99%, a little bit about, not quite 100%, but of sales price to list price. So, as long as you price appropriately, people are still doing very well, meeting their expectations on the sell side.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the other thing that we're seeing is we're able to negotiate a little bit more as far as inspection items. I just have one that's under contract now, and we were able to get some electrical work done on it. And so that was really nice. 2 years ago, unless it was something majorly wrong, we were pretty much not asking for it to be done. So, because everybody wanted that as part of their contract, was that you're not going to ask for anything, and you still need to have a great home to live in.
Right. Yeah.
So make sure it's safe for you and your family.
So as far as selling, then on that side of it, it's probably maybe good to do the pre-inspection before listing.
You can, it's not necessary.
No,
but
not yet.
Well, you can. Some people choose to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just, it does give you time to get everything taken care of, where a lot of times on an inspection objection, buyer's going to ask for like a certified plumber to do something. And a lot of times people can turn the wrench themselves. Obviously things like electrical work or, that you'd want to hire a certified professional. Well, and even plumbing, sometimes it just depends on whether or not people are handy. I'm not, so I would definitely hire that out. So, but it allows you to take care of some things without, them asking for an extensive list.
Yeah. And sellers know what they're going into.
That is true. But you do need to keep in mind that once it's pre-inspected, that's all knowledge to you. So now that goes on your seller's property disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So you got to kind of weigh that. But it's those sellers' property disclosures are very important. You know, I see a lot of them filled out very little, and really you need to put in your best effort to put in as much detail as you know.
What makes you different than most realtors in the area? Why would I choose you to work with?
Well, I mean, you know, there's the experience factor. So, you know, I do appreciate the fact that I have a decent amount of experience. You know, years ago when I first got into the industry, I made it a point to surround myself and learn from people who had been in the industry for a very long time. And I'm very thankful to have colleagues and mentors who have done that for me. So that's been really great. But aside from that, I mean, it's not just a business for me. It's really kind of more of a passion. I get a lot of joy out of helping people and, you know, seeing dreams come true. And, you know, home ownership is what most people strive for. Not everybody, but, you know, most people strive for that. And of course, then, you know, you work with investors too, who are trying to, you know, build some more generational wealth.
Right.
And so, I don't know, I just find it very exciting. And I think I'm a fair person. I always look from both the sell side and the buy side. So if I'm working with a buyer, I'm explaining to them what's happening from the buy side, but I'm also telling them, okay, this is most likely what the seller's thinking. Okay, and it helps them make their decision, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, we look at it from a lot of aspects. I don't play the game with, you know, overpricing. I price appropriately. I, you know, always put the best foot forward as far as bringing in a stager for, you know, consultation as to what would be best.
Yeah.
And so I do a lot of marketing on my listings in comparison to most. And so thankfully I've always had very good results with it. I've never not sold a house, and I've never not had an appraisal met. So that, but I think it's a little different when it's a passion.
Yeah.
Not just trying to get a sale. So.
But you've taken that passion a step forward in that you're part of a group.
I am, yes.
And Agents of Excellence, right?
Yes, Agent of Excellence. So that is a designation. It's a official national designation. But basically what we do is we find the excellence in service, and we bring that to our customers. And it's not just for the service and giving gifts and all that, but it's being able to know what to do in each and every step that could possibly happen. Okay.
Yes.
So, and I mean, the mentors we have for that are, you know, former executives from the Magic Kingdom. So, that's been very exciting.
Yeah. Okay. And that's all the questions that I have. So you're off the hook. No.
Okay. Hi, Darla.
Okay, so I kind of drove down into the housing district here, but I don't know.
So straight ahead is Penrose,
right?
The hospital, and then this is Tejon Street. So what I love about this is the homes are so unique, you know, even like I think next is Wood Avenue, and then off to the right here is Nevada Avenue. But I mean, they're just beautiful homes. And this, you know, this is the historic Old North End. I like that it's just a whole different vibe than the rest of the city. And there's a lot of shops that are non-franchise, unique to Colorado Springs. Fort Richards is a fabulous place to buy gifts. The other thing too, my grandparents actually lived in downtown Troy, New York, and they had an apartment on the second floor, kind of like that you would see here, and below them was actually at the time House of Flowers, and so I just remember there's a lot of good childhood memories being there and sitting in the window watching the parades. And so coming down here always reminds me of that, gives me happy memories. Yes. And we have just right over there this tan building with the triangular rooftop. That's Pikes Peak Association of Realtors. Well, it's not the one with the triangular rooftop, but that's how you get, it's the one right in front of it. So the tan building there